Hey everyone, it's Akos here from ATech Flow. Welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we are taking a look at something a little bit different as usual, and this is the RecPoint Note AI voice recorder. And honestly, when this first arrived, I thought it's just another voice recorder. I looked at the box, looked at the product and thought, okay, let's see what makes this difference from the dozens of recording apps that already exist. But after using it for the last couple of weeks, I realized it's actually much more than a recorder. The easiest way I can describe the RecPoint Note AI is that you have a personal assistant who is remember everything for you. And trust me, that's something I need. Running a YouTube channel means I'm constantly testing products, planning future videos, talking with brands, replying to emails, and trying to remember random ideas that appear at the worst possible times. So this little thing right here, guys, you can't even believe how much helpful could be. So after the intro, as usually, let's go through with the unboxing, the design, the finish, the everyday use, and it's whether worth your money or not. You will check, you will see, you will know after watch this video. Let's get into it. Alright guys, starting with the design. The first thing what surprised me, it was how small this thing is. It's basically card sized, only a few millimeters thick, and weighs almost nothing. Seriously, I have this in my pocket, backpack, and even sitting next to my phone, and half the time I forgot it was there. So here is the box, and inside the box you can get the recorder itself, obviously, a charging and syncing cable, a magnetic protective case, and the usual paperwork. The design is really clean. It's minimalistic and I don't know how to say more, it's just professional. It doesn't scream tech gadget, which I actually like. It's one of those products that quietly does its job without trying too hard to get your attention. And because it's so portable, I genuinely find myself to just bring me out everywhere, which is important. Because the best recording device in the world is useless if it's sitting at home when inspiration decides to appear. Alright, now let's speak about the app experience and the setup. Getting started was actually much easier than I expected. Within a few minutes everything was connected and ready to go. The recorder itself is only part of the experience because most of the magic happens inside the software. This is where your recordings became transcripts, summaries, mind maps, and organized notes. The interface is clean and absolutely easy to navigate. And I never felt like I needed to watch a tutorial just to figure things out. Everything is organized logically and synchronizes across devices. So whether you're on your phone, tablet or computer, your recordings are always available. Alright guys, now let me mention how I've been using the RecPoint Note AI. Now this is probably the most important part of the review because I don't want to sit here and simply just read specification from a website. I want to talk about how I actually been using it. For me personally guys, the RecPoint Note AI has become a personally idea recorder. Running ATech Flow means ideas can appear at any moment. Sometimes I'm walking or I'm just doing cardio in the gym. Sometimes I'm halfway through editing another video. Normally I'd either type it on my phone or tell myself I'll remember it later. So what I've been doing is recording those thoughts with RecPoint Note AI. What surprised me is what happened afterwards. Instead of ending up with 20 random recordings that I'll never listen to again, the AI automatically converts everything into text, creates summaries, and makes everything searchable. So if I remember mentioning a product idea 3 days ago, I can simply search it for instead of scrolling through endless recordings. I've also used it while discussing future projects, because it's much easier to focus on a conversation when you know everything is being captured properly. Instead of constantly taking notes, I can actually pay attention to what's being discussed. And the AI feature, guys, that actually really matters. This is where RecPoint really separates itself from a normal voice recorder. The first thing is transcription. It supports over 120 languages and can convert speech into text with impressive accuracy. Now transcription is useful on its own, but honestly the summaries are what impressed me more, because most people don't struggle with collecting information. they struggle with sorting through it afterwards. RecPoint AI can create summaries from any longer conversation, which means instead of listening to a 1 hour recording, you just quickly review the important points. Another feature I ended up liking more than I expected is the mind map generation. At first I thought it sounded like one of those features I try once and never touch again. But after actually using it, I started to appreciate it. It takes a conversation and turns into a visual structure that's much more easier to understand than pages and pages of notes. The recorder can also identify different speakers during conversation, which is incredibly useful if multiple people are involved. It even includes emotion analysis, giving you extra context about the discussion. There is also support for multimodal notes, meaning you can combine recordings with written notes and images, and everything stay connected through timeline synchronization. So if you click on a note or image later, it can jump directly to the relevant part of the recording. And honestly, that's one of those features you don't think about until you needed it. Then suddenly it becomes incredibly useful. And now guys, let's speak about the audio quality and the battery life. Of course, none of these AI features matter if the recorder itself isn't good. Thankfully, RecPoint performs very well here too. It supports high quality 96 kHz 24-bit audio recording, and through my testing, voices came through clearly and consistently. The dual microphone system helps maintain good recording quality even when you are not sitting in a perfectly quiet environment. Battery life is also really impressive. RecPoint is rated for up to 32 hours of recording on a single charge, which is more than enough for most people. And if you somehow manage to run it flat, fast charging means a quick top-up can get you several more hours of recording time. And another thing worth mentioning is the privacy. A lot of the AI processing happens directly on the device, which means your information doesn't always need to be sent somewhere else for processing. For business users especially, it will be an important feature. So guys, who is it for? I think there are three groups who can benefit the most. Professionals who spends the most of the times in meetings. Students who want to focus on learning instead of constantly taking notes. And creators like myself who are constantly collecting ideas and information. Students can focus on understanding lectures instead of trying to write every word. There's professionals can spend more time participating in meetings and less time creating notes afterwards. And creators get a reliable way of capturing ideas before they disappear forever. Alright, let's wrap this up guys. After using the RecPoint Note for the last couple of weeks, I can honestly say it's become part of my daily routine. For me, the biggest benefit has been capturing ideas before I forget them and being able to find them again quickly using the AI tools. It's simple to use, genuinely useful, and it's something I've continued using even after the initial testing period. So if you're somebody who regularly deals with meetings, studying, content creation, or simply wants a smarter way to stay organized, it's definitely the product I can absolutely recommend. So a huge thanks to RecPoint to sending me this product over and sponsoring today's video. It was a really good experience, and seriously guys, thank you. That's the product I can absolutely recommend and I absolutely like for myself as well. Sorry. Anyway guys, that's been my review of the RecPoint Note AI. If you'd like to learn more, I leave all the links down below in the description. And as usually, thank you for watching. It was Akers from ATech Flow. It was a RecPoint Note AI voice recorder from RecPoint, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!